Richard Majewski, and welcome to another edition of Take 10. Take 10 is a service departments, corporate housing and global mobility podcast where we seek to offer insights based on informal chat and icebreaker questions to get to know the guests a little better, and followed by a summary of the guest's business so that you can examine potential collaboration. So without further ado, let's meet today's guest. Hi, Mauro. Today we're welcoming Mauro Berardi of Lamington and Room2. Thank you for being so brave, Mauro, and agreeing to come on. Can't wait to ask the icebreaker questions and hear more about Lamington and Room2. But over to you, first of all, for your introduction.
Thank you very much, Richard. Thank you very much for all the opportunity that you give us to put ourselves forward. I'm Mauro Berardi. I'm the agency account manager for Lamington Group and Room2.
Fantastic. So let's go straight in. You ready for the icebreaker questions, Mauro?
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. You see how brave you are?
We try.
Yeah. Now, I've tried to make these questions based on your wonderful Italian heritage. So they'll all have something to do with that. Espresso or cappuccino? What would you prefer?
Espresso, all the way.
Straight on. Really? And why? Yeah, is that just simply because it's quicker and you need to get on with things, or?
It's honestly, scientifically, it's easier for the absorption of caffeine, and also I'm not great with the foam and the hot milk.
Brilliant. Okay, and okay, so the espresso. I'm thinking you've got an espresso machine at home, then, or where do you prefer to drink coffee? At home or in a cafe?
Depends on the cafe. It has to be Italian, and I have an espresso machine at home, but of course I have the most traditional Bialetti, several different versions of it.
Ah, wow. Okay, connoisseur then, yeah. Yeah. Now, I have no idea what part of Italy you're from. So my simple question would be, not that you're from either of these, but Rome or Milan, which city do you prefer, or neither?
Milan, because it's probably very similar with the characteristics that I choose London for.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, so the North Italian.
Yes.
Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. But did you not? You once worked quite close or across the Italian peninsula, if we could put it like that. You once worked quite close to Rome, did you not? Is that right?
Yes, basically my region, which is Abruzzo, is on the opposite side, basically on the other coast, opposite to Rome.
Right. Okay. Yeah, but I understand. Yeah, that North Italian kind of temperament, maybe.
If I have to choose.
But based on that kind of temperament thing, in a way, or at least what we consider to be that Italian way of life, what would you prefer, a long lunch or a late dinner, or neither, or both?
That would be weird because I actually took on completely the British way of meals. So I have an early quick lunch and an early quick dinner.
Oh wow!
And
Really?
I'm happy. Like I have a cultural shock when I go back to Italy, and I have to endure like 2-3 hours of lunch or dinner at 8 p.m.
All very laid back, and you're looking at the watch all the time. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Interesting. Well, maybe you've changed in this respect as well, then I'm thinking, because my next question is pizza with pineapple, yes or no? You probably love it then. So pizza with pineapple.
It's not personally my favorite, but then my usual answer to this is if I accept sweet and sour chicken, then making a fuss over a pineapple on a pizza sounds like a little bit incoherent. So
Fantastic,
I
fantastic.
not my favorite, but I'll accept it, and I
Yeah.
have no official negative position against it.
All right, excellent. All right. Well, continuing that kind of, you know, gastronomic theme, maybe. Um, Pasta, al dente or soft?
Al dente.
Yeah, has to be, yeah.
It has to be.
Oh, wow. So that is that is completely different from your pizza response there. You have a very definite view there.
For the pizza, personally, there's a range of acceptance that I can express. For pasta, there is not.
Yeah, yeah. Um, Now then, I'm not too sure where. Oh, Venice. So, what would you prefer? A Vespa ride through the countryside or gondola in Venice? What's your idea of a good afternoon well spent?
Well, the gondola in Venice, because I never done it. Funny enough.
Right.
But yes, actually, I'm all for afternoon or evening stroll in the countryside.
Yeah, yeah.
Which,
But not
weirdly enough,
necessarily.
I do more in London because we have a lot of parks. So I usually actually have an evening stroll in summer after exercise.
And it's so nice right now, isn't it, out there?
Yes,
It's we've been very,
lovely.
very lucky. Now, I'll ask you this question.
Yeah.
This is the last question. I'll ask you this question, though I do know the answer to some extent. What football team do you follow?
Okay, so funny enough, again, not the usual Italian. I'm not into football at all. But traditionally, for by a family tradition, we root for Juventus.
Juventus.
Yes,
Right.
uh,
So cheer
siamo,
in.
siamo Juventini, which is gonna make probably most of the Italian audience cringe, but
Yeah, really.
yeah,
Where's that?
apparently, Juventini, they're called the Gobbi, the Hunchback, but that's actually
Uh,
cultural knowledge about football that I have. It's really stops there.
uh,
You should have this interview with my older brother.
all right. Next time. But so is there a kind of like a sporting event like Formula One is pretty big in Italy, I believe. Is that right?
Uh, Neither. I'm sorry. I know I'm the most
Yeah.
different of Italians. No, actually, one sport that I really like and I practiced for a little bit, it was fencing.
Fencing.
Yeah.
That is interesting. I would love to ask you that at some point about how you got into fencing and what have you, but we'll probably leave it for now, or there'll be we want to. I want to respect your time, but that is very interesting. But in
Anytime, anytime is Saba, Richard. Anytime,
yeah,
take me 5 minutes, ask me all the question you want.
I would be I'm fascinated. I really am. That sounds very interesting. And in fairness to you, Mauro, if the roles were reversed here, and if you were to ask me, what do I prefer, like I don't know, cricket or tennis, let's say, okay, I want to watch a bit of Wimbledon. I know nothing about cricket and I don't follow it at all. So in fairness to yourself, I'm sure you are totally allowed not to, fit in with those stereotypes. So yeah. No, thank you very much for that.
Pleasure.
If I may, I'll pass over to you. Would love to hear about Room 2 and Lamington.
Absolutely. And thank you again. So, as probably everybody knows, Lamington Group are born as developers. The second generation of the current owners, they were boat racers. They tried different type of accommodation around the world in their travel, and they find it lacking of something. Hence, they decided to create their own brand. So to Lamington service apartment that we have in Hammersmith, mixture of studio, one bed and two bed. We have also the Hometel Room2 brand. So Hometel, what it means? It means service apartment with all the perks of the space, the equipment, with the bits and pieces of hotels. So manned 24/7, restaurant on site, and housekeeping and maintenance team directly on site. So the opportunity to have a cozy stay, but taken care by the 24-hour staff. On top of this, the Room2, which is located in Hammersmith, Chiswick, Southampton, and Belfast, is basically a brand that looks directly to sustainability. The Room2 Chiswick is the first and only property which is completely carbon neutral. And the sustainability doesn't stop on the product itself, is a sustainability cycle. So our product is sustainable from when it's built, when it's managed, when it's refurbished, and also when it comes at the end of its life and gets demolished. I can give you just some quick hints about what we do, for example, in Room2 Chiswick. So all the carpeting is recycled from used fishing nets. Some of the cover for the lamps are actually made from recycled orange peels. There are systems basically to reduce the loss of electricity and energy. For example, a movement sensor inside the bedroom for the heating. There's a geothermal and atmosphere exchange system to ensure that either heating and cooling system, actually they use the interchange and exchange with earth and atmosphere. And also, for example, we compost the food that we unsell from our Winnie's restaurant on site. And basically we compost them and we use as a fertilizer for the plants that we have throughout the building. So generally what actually we are offering at the moment is a very comfortable but flexible and sustainable product. And that's basically Lamington in a nutshell. We're gonna open a few other properties in other location, and of course we will ensure that you and all my colleagues and audience will know as soon as we have something finalized. But definitely 2026, 2027, there are great news coming for Lamington and Room2.
Thank you very much. That's perfect. I don't think I have any questions at all there, to be honest. The other and by the way, yeah, I've been seeing in the news that a fantastic building that you're taking the management of and developing it. Lots of great news to come. It looks like. Just to clarify, if I may, in my own mind, so there's the Room2 product with the Aparthotels, and then the very sustainable in Chiswick, and then the Lamington Group also runs serviced apartments in addition to those Aparthotels that you have.
Correct.
Is that right?
Correct. We have a 86 apartment in Hammersmith.
Right.
Studio, one bed and two beds. Then we have 185 in Chiswick, 16 in Room2 Hammersmith, 70 in Southampton for a Room2, and our flagship, which is the newest property in Belfast, 175.
Right. And are they're one beds and studios, are they, or I might have missed?
The Lamington service apartment are normal service apartment with studio, one bed and two beds, while the Hometel are mainly studio.
Studios, right,
Yes.
right. Okay.
From a minimum of 16 square meters up to 32 to the largest suite in Belfast. They can arrive also to 40 square meters.
Right. And in terms of catering or self-catering or in the apart hotels, the hometels, and by the way, so you did mention that along the way, but it was but Lamington then did um, kind of invent that term, did they not? Like the
Home,
hometel,
Hometels,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah, so that's and the so you breakfast is available. You is there a catering in the hotels or not?
In Chiswick, Southampton, and Belfast, we have our own brand of restaurant called the Winnies, and we offer a la carte breakfast, and we offer lunch. We are on testing for dinner, and being flexible. So if there's any group or any specific booking that require breakfast included in the rate or any specific service, we're more than happy to look into it. It's something at the moment is evolving because we are considering new direction and trying basically to keep our hand on the pulse of the market.
Right, right. You know, Mauro, I should probably not have asked that question because it's actually compounded the problem I have now with the having asked so many questions about food because I'm starving now. I really have to go. So yeah, so so we should probably draw this to a close. Is there any a message that you'd like to kind of put out in closing to the viewers, and I think perhaps probably in particular to the booking agency world? Is that right?
Yes, maybe I do. I look after the booking agency. So thank you very much, everyone, for the consistent support that I personally received throughout my career. Thank you very much for your support current for Lamington. And if you didn't work yet with Lamington or Room2, or you want to know more, please reach out to me and I will be more than happy to help you with budget and requirements.
Wonderful, Mauro. So well put. Thank you very much indeed.
My
Okay, well,
pleasure.
I'm going to go off and have something to eat. So,
Please.
thank you very much to you. Thank you to the
Thank you,
viewers,
Richard.
and I'll see you shortly, Mauro.
Enjoy your